Hey, if you've ever wondered how to maximize the probability of success, and not only success, but also massively profitable success when starting an online business, watch today's video through until the very end, as I'm about to share with you the simple 3 steps to take to maximize the probability of success and once again create a profitable business that gives you the freedom and lifestyle of your wildest dreams. If this is your first video, my name is Misha Wilson, and over the course of the last few years, I've done over $15 million in total sales. And I've built a business that not only is profitable, but also a business that I truly enjoy running on a daily basis. And in today's video, I'm gonna walk you through the framework that I followed when first getting started in the industry so that you can copy me and hey, maybe copy my success. As always, if you get value, let me know what your biggest takeaway is in the comments section below. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon notification button so that you're notified when I do more videos just like this. With that said, let's go ahead and dive right in. Welcome to the Misha Wilson Show, where we show you how to create massive success online so you can enjoy the lifestyle of your wildest dreams. All right, so once again, what we're gonna be talking about here today are the 3 steps for you to take to maximize the probability of success and profit when first getting started in business. This is such a critical thing that so many people skip over, all right? The big mistake that so many people make is they find a bright, shiny, sexy opportunity that looks like something that can make them a bunch of cash right now, yesterday, fast, faster, the bigger, bigger commissions, huge commissions, it's all said on the internet, right? And big commissions, fast commissions, huge commissions sound really good in that moment. And so without ever stopping and thinking, is this the right market? Is this the right business model for me? Does this business model have someone who can teach me the ropes? Without ever thinking through anything, they jump into the first brightest, shiniest thing, and that backfires and leads to spinning their wheels, failure, confusion, overwhelm. And at the end of the day, usually that person quitting before they ever end up hitting success. So what we want to do is we want to be very aware of that. We want to be very aware of the fact that on the interwebs, there are a bunch of things that are very bright and shiny, and we kind of got to look at those things like landmines, right? We want to stay away from the landmines. We want to be a strategic entrepreneur, and we want to choose the business model that's going to give us the highest chance of success based on strategy, not on opportunity. So the first thing to identify when choosing a business model that's going to be profitable is the market. All right, I'm gonna go through this fairly quickly because I touch on this a million different times in every single video, and I know my audience is super tired of it, but I always come back to it because it's absolutely the most important thing. All right, if you choose the wrong market, no matter how hard you work, no matter how smart you work, no matter how perfect your offer is, no matter how great your videos are, no matter how good your branding is, once again, you will not create the kind of success that you would have if you got into a market that was the right market to begin with. All right, if you get into a market where there are 12 very passionate people, you can sell to all 12 people and then go out of business. So you have to spend the time to choose the right market and look at it kind of like, a marriage, right? And the second, thing on the list here is almost like marriage too, but you're choosing to go into a market. You're gonna do all the work when it comes to setting up the business. You gotta do the legal work. You have to do the marketing work. You gotta set up the products. You gotta set up the offers. You gotta do all of it. Choose the right market. And once again, you can at least be profitable once you do all of that work. Now, the 3 things to look out for in a market in order to make sure that market's the right market to go into is firstly, is that market irrationally passionate? Are they addicted to the topic of what the market is around, right? Do they absolutely love it? Is it kind of like, yeah, it's kind of cool, but it's kind of a hobby I do every now and then? No, you need to find a market that people are irrationally passionate about. Secondly, great in numbers. Is it a big market, right? We don't want to sell to 12 people, then be out of business. And last, easily reachable. We need to be able to put a message in front of that market. So if we have an irrationally passionate market that's huge, it's a great number, but there's no way to put a message in front of them, there's no way to advertise to them, there's no way to market to them, well, guess what? No matter how much potential there is, there will never be profit. So once again, choose the right market. Great in numbers, irrationally passionate, and easily reachable. Choose the right market that's most profitable, and I'll give you the big 3 markets to go into. It's health, wealth, and relationships. So if you can choose between one of those 3, right? Health, wealth, and relationships, and then choose a category within one of those 3, right? Wealth could be building wealth through real estate, building wealth through internet marketing, building wealth through, credit, right? No matter what the various subset might be, choose one of those big 3 and you will be good from day number 1. So that's step 1. Now, step 2 is choosing the right business model within that actual market. Now, this is, once again, people oftentimes find the right market, but they don't choose the right business model. The single thing to look for when choosing the right business model is not the upside, is not the potential, is not the lucrativeness of the business model, right? It's not how many other people are having success with the business model. What you should be looking at strategically as a strategic entrepreneur, very simply, is does this business model cater to my strengths as an individual? Right? So that's where self-awareness comes into play. You have to be aware of what your strengths are. Are you really good at constantly being out in front of people? Are you an extrovert, right? Well, maybe if you're an extrovert, guess what? Multi-level marketing, love it or hate it, it could be a very profitable business for you to go ahead and get into. Kind of different right now with the pandemic going on, but usually there's a lot of networking in that actual business model. And if you're naturally an extrovert, that might be a good model for you to go into. If you're naturally an introvert, right? If you're someone who just kind of likes to be behind the computer all day doing their own thing, they like to go to the gym for a couple of hours a day, but usually you hang out with about 2 or 3 people your entire life and you're totally cool with it, well, guess what? You're kind of like me, that describes me. And maybe something like information marketing, affiliate marketing, where you're spending a bunch of time setting up different online sales processes, setting up courses, setting up different sequences, setting up systems on the back end to build a business. But a lot of it you're kind of doing, to be honest, in solitude. Maybe that's the right business model for you, right? If your strength is being out in front of people when it comes to videos, right? Maybe you want to kind of take the Oprah business model where you go and you interview a bunch of people, you create a podcast, you create a YouTube channel like this, and your number one thing is every single day you're going to provide a ton of value, you're going to interview people, you're going to bring their value to the world, based on, once again, that being your strength. So understand that if you choose a business model, let's say you're an extrovert, right? And you choose internet marketing, I promise you, you'll be miserable. If you're an introvert and you choose network marketing, I promise you'll be miserable. If you're someone who naturally, isn't supposed to be the person that's constantly out there and you choose to have the Oprah business model, I promise to you, you will fail, right? So the first thing that we have to do is we have to identify our strengths. So as a resource, I would recommend checking out the Wealth Dynamics Profile Test. Now, essentially what it is, you go through the test, you answer a bunch of questions. The questions are kind of questions where you're not 100% sure, but you're supposed to give your first gut reaction, kind of like the Colby test, right? The Colby Index. And when you're finished with it, it will show you the path of least resistance towards creating wealth. It'll tell you if you're supposed to be a star, putting yourself out there. It'll tell you if you're supposed to be a mechanic, which I am, constantly working on systems, right? It'll give you the first step to knowing what business model is best for you. So once again, choose the right market, choose the right business model, and last but certainly not least, do not try to do it on your own. All right, choose a mentor, invest in a mentor. And the key thing here is find a mentor who has done it the way that you want to do it. All right, so if you want a mentor who has built a business based on video marketing and you hire a mentor who's built a business based on email marketing, well, guess what? It's probably not going to be the best fit. If you want a mentor who's built a business based on email marketing, but you hire a mentor who built a business based on video marketing, probably won't be a great fit. And so this all circles back to you being self-aware of what are my strengths, what's my end goal, let's start with the end in mind and what type of business we want to go ahead and build. And when we do that, we can then identify the person who can help us get us there fastest. Now, when it comes to investing in mentorship, I've invested well over $150,000 plus, probably closer to $200,000 in my own education. I would say this, if you're hesitant about investing in mentorship, understand that the bigger risk is not investing and trying to do it all on your own. There's always a cost, all right? There's a cost to invest and there's a cost to not invest. The cost to investing is that you have to part with your time, but you can tap into the knowledge that your mentor has gained through years of experience. The cost of not investing is that you have to go through all of the trial and error testing, trying 1,000 different things to find one thing that works, spending a bunch of different money on campaigns only to, make very little back at the very beginning. You have to do all the trial and error testing on yourself, with yourself, by yourself, usually to never ending up, getting to the point of creating success at the end of the day, wishing, that you would have just started with the mentor in the first place. So once again, if you want the best chances of creating success, profitability, maximum profit from day number one, choose the right market, health, wealth, relationships, the big three. Choose the right business model. Check out the Wealth Dynamics profile to go ahead and choose the path of least resistance based on your unique strengths as an individual, and then choose the right mentor. Understand there's always a cost, and once again, invest in mentorship, get to your goals faster, get to, once again, having the lifestyle that gives you the business and the freedom of your wildest dreams. With that said, I hope you got a ton of value out of this video. If you did, don't forget to go ahead and let me know with a quick comment what your biggest takeaway was. Hit that subscribe button and hit that bell icon notification button so that you're notified when I do more videos just like this. Till next time, over and out.